It was a stormy night when Ananya arrived at the old guest house on the outskirts of Mussoorie. The building, once grand, now stood like a forgotten relic, its paint peeling, windows clouded with dust, and the air heavy with the scent of rain and something older. She had booked the stay online, tempted by the low price and scenic photos. The caretaker, a man in his late 60s named Raghu, met her at the gate with a lantern. "You're the only guest tonight," he said with a crooked smile. The storm scared the others away. Ananya, tired from the long bus ride, nodded. "As long as the room's dry and warm, I'll manage." Raghu led her through the creaky halls. The wooden floor groaned beneath every step. Faded portraits lined the walls, their subjects long dead, staring blankly into space. He stopped at room 7. "Your room," he said. "Don't wander into room 8. It's locked for a reason." Before she could ask more, he handed her the key, nodded once, and vanished down the hall, the lantern's glow fading with him. Ananya entered room 7. It was modest. A bed, an old dresser, and a small window. The storm outside raged on, lightning casting crooked shadows on the walls. She sat on the bed, brushing off the dust from the blanket, and began scrolling through her phone. No signal. As she prepared to sleep, a soft creak echoed from the adjacent wall. Then another. She froze. It sounded like someone was walking in room 8, but Raghu had said it was locked. Curiosity tugged at her. She tiptoed to her door, opened it slowly, and peeked into the hallway. Silent. The door to room 8 stood directly across from hers. The number on the door was faded, and the wood looked scratched, as if someone or something had tried to claw their way out. She approached cautiously and pressed her ear against the door. Silence. Then thump, thump. Her heart raced. It came from inside. She stumbled back, breath shallow. Maybe a rat, she told herself. Or the wind. Or the old building settling. Back in her room, she locked the door and climbed into bed, but sleep didn't come easily. She dreamed of a woman with long black hair standing behind the door of room 8, whispering, "Set me free." The next morning, sunlight filtered through the fog, and the storm had passed. Ananya found Raghu in the dining hall, sipping chai. "Did someone come into room 8 last night?" she asked. His face paled. "No. That room hasn't been opened in years." She hesitated, then told him about the noises. He looked into her eyes, voice low. "There used to be a woman. A guest. Came during the monsoons years ago. Stayed in room 8. No one knows what happened to her. One night, we heard screaming. By the time we broke down the door, the room was empty, except for blood and the mirror." Ananya felt her stomach twist. "What mirror?" He pointed behind her. Hanging on the wall was an old, oval-shaped mirror with a blackened surface, the kind that seemed to absorb light. "She wrote something on it," Raghu whispered. "Don't trust the mirror. It shows more than reflections." That night, Ananya couldn't resist. Something about room 8 drew her in, like an itch she couldn't scratch. At midnight, candle in hand, she stepped out into the hall. The corridor was quiet, the shadows deep. She walked to room 8 and gently pressed the door. It creaked open. Inside was dust, cobwebs, and decay. The bed had no sheets. The walls were stained, but in the center of the room stood the mirror, tall, cracked at the edges, and pulsing with an unnatural chill. As she stepped closer, her reflection changed. It wasn't her. The girl in the mirror had her face, but her eyes were hollow, and her mouth twisted in a crooked grin. "Why did you open the door?" the reflection whispered. Ananya stumbled back, dropping the candle. The flame extinguished, plunging the room into darkness. When she turned to run, the door slammed shut. She screamed, pounding against it. No use. Then, in the darkness, the voice came again, this time from behind her. "Now you see. Now you stay." She turned. The mirror shimmered, and something stepped out of it.